Beginning with question number 26, he said we have done our work. Very simple. He said we have done our work. You should be able to do this question number 26. Everywhere we have said that, said that, said that, said that. We have done our work. Have done will be changed to have done is which tense? Have done is present perfect. It will change to past perfect. So had done will be used. Had done is there only in C and A. Here have done, so it gets eliminated. Should do, this also gets eliminated. Here we have we as the pronoun, so we will change to they, and in A we have he. So A also gets eliminated, B was already eliminated, D was eliminated, so answer is C. We will go with answer C. Question number 26. After question number 26, let's move on to question number 27. This is the last one to be done in narration. He said that he had been waiting there for a long time. Now, this is already in indirect speech and we have to change it to direct speech. We have had been waiting here. Had been waiting means this is in past perfect continuous. If this is in past perfect continuous, that means I should have my sentence of direct speech in present perfect continuous. Now in present perfect continuous, we have has been waiting and this one, he has been waiting. We have two here. He said he has been waiting here for a long time. He has been waiting there for a long time. These two we have. I am waiting. This one is incorrect and A is also incorrect. Read this one as I. Okay. So A and D get eliminated. This one is also in present perfect continuous. But here he said that he had been waiting. He said I have been waiting. Question number 27. Let us eliminate as here changes to there. In this sentence, I have been waiting there. I have been waiting there for a long time. I have been waiting there for a long time. Question number 27. Let us look at the second one. He said he has been waiting here for a long time. This is going to be correct because here changes to there. So B is right. Part C, he said he has been waiting there for a long time. What happened in part C? In part C, it is eliminated as here changes to there. So direct speech should have here. Again, here we have used there. So same A and C both get eliminated. In D, tense is not the correct one. So my answer is B. Answer B is the right one. After finishing questions on narration, question number 1 to 27, let's move on to question number 28 to 52. Question number 28 to 52, you have several passages where some of the words have been left out. Read out the passages carefully. Choose the correct answer to each blank out of the 4 alternatives and mark it on the answer sheet. That means we'll have to do cloze test now. Practice this. Only by practicing this you will be able to know. For narration, if you know the rules, then you will be able to master them. But for cloze test, you need practice. Let me read it for you first. Question number 28 to question number 37. Well, I will not have much to explain here, but let me try. Okay. So let's begin. It may be better to consider the effect of a large-scale exchange of weapons which is dash in the context of current nuclear dash. Within a millionth of a second after a nuclear weapon is dash, enough energy is released to heat the surrounding air to tons of millions of degrees Celsius, forming a hot dash bubble of gas or a fireball. There is also a very intense dash pulse which appears as a dash flash of light lasting for a few seconds. As the fireball rises, it spreads out to form the dash mushroom cloud, and its dash creates a strong dash at the ground level. This draft contains dust, smoke and radioactivity created by the dash forms the stem of the mushroom cloud. Well, what is the level of the cloze test? It is medium in level, neither easy nor difficult. I would always advise my students to first go through the entire cloze test so that you can get a feel of it. What kind is it? What is it related to? Well, here this one is related to nuclear weapons, etc. It may be better to consider the effect of a large-scale exchange of weapons which is specious, here specious, in the context of current nuclear stockpiles. Here we will have SPECIOUS. It cannot be praiseworthy. It is not plausible. Plausible means hopeful. Possible will also not be there. So by elimination technique, we'll choose the first one. Question number 29 of current nuclear stockpiles. Within a millionth of a second after a nuclear weapon is what are my struck, nuclear weapon is not struck or sparked, nuclear weapons are detonated. Well, if your vocabulary is strong, then you will understand that with nuclear weapons detonated is used. Nuclear weapons are also not burnt. Okay, for example, candles are not burnt, candles are lit, but fire is burnt. Clothes etc., paper etc., they will be burnt. Similarly, for nuclear weapons we have to use detonated. Detonated 30. Let's move on to the 31. Okay, here within a millionth of a second after a nuclear weapon is detonated, enough energy is released to heat the surrounding air to tons of millions of degrees Celsius, forming a hot, question number 31, forming a hot, night, buoyant, scalding. It is going to be scalding, because buoyant means boiling. It is not going to form a hot light. Light is not formed. Okay, so it is going to be form a hot scalding bubble. It will not be a cheerful bubble. It's going to be a scalding bubble. It forms a scalding bubble of gases or a fireball. There is also a very intense dash pulse. Question number 32. There is also a very intense hot pulse, warm pulse, boiling, thermal. Thermal is related to temperature. Thermal pulse which appears as a dash flash of light. For 33, as a streaking flash of light. It is not a thick flash of light or a bright flash of light or it's going to be a streaking flash of light lasting for a few seconds. As the fireball rises, it spreads out to form the dash mushroom. Question number 34. It spreads out to form the overpowering mushroom cloud. It's going to be very, very strong. It's not going to be distinctive, strange or peculiar, but it's going to be the overpowering mushroom cloud. And it's question number 35. And its ascent means rising, and its ascent creates strong, question number 36, ascent creates strong friction at the ground level. This updraft is moving upwards, containing dust, smoke and radioactivity created by the, for question number 37, created by the explosion. Obviously, we are talking about nuclear weapons, so nuclear weapons will explode. Created by the explosion forms the stem of the mushroom cloud. So this was our first closed test. In this, your score should be around 7 or 8. It was a little on the tougher side. I wouldn't say medium now, a little on the tougher side, and certain typical words used related to thermal nuclear weapons and explosions, etc. Sometimes students tell me, ma'am, I did not understand the closed test. Yes, that is because like this one was related to nuclear power. If you know certain words like explosion and thermal and all that, you will find it easier to solve it out. Okay, this was question number 28 to 37. Let's move on to the next closed test. Here we have one about cockroaches. Most of us dash that cockroaches are dash creatures, very weak and dash that can be destroyed with one dash. Yes, you can kill a cockroach easily, dash. In reality, it is an dash tough creature. Cockroaches are incredibly strong. They can dash anywhere and on anything. A cockroach can eat anything. It dash our food, but it can also eat dash things like candle wax, soap, paper. So next time you kill a cockroach, feel dash because you are killing an extremely tough creature. Okay, so it was about cockroaches, and by reading it now, I would say it is slightly below medium in level. Okay, if I had to rate it on on toughness, how difficult it is, then I would give it a rating of around 4. Okay, so first one, most of us dash. Most of us examine that cockroaches, find that cockroaches, think that cockroaches, or see that cockroaches. Most of us think. Think is the most appropriate one here. Most of us think that cockroaches are dash creatures. Cockroaches are not tiny creatures. Cockroaches are not, question number 39. Cockroaches are tiny creatures, irritating creatures, dangerous creatures, or tough creatures. See, the very last line of the sentence tells you, next time you kill a cockroach, feel dash, because you're killing an extremely tough creature. Okay, the reasoning is that most of us think that cockroaches are tiny creatures, creatures very weak, and here it says very weak. And for question number 40, we have very weak and vulnerable. Vulnerable is one that can be easily harmed. With weak we'll say vulnerable, because and Joyce do similar thing. We can't say very weak and appealing, weak and strange, weak and soft. No. So very weak and vulnerable. Okay, weak and vulnerable, that can be destroyed with one hit, one effort, one blow, or one chemical. For question number 41, they can be destroyed with one blow. Yes, you can kill a cockroach easily. After easily, what do we have to fill in for 42? Easily, but. You can kill a cockroach easily, but in reality, it is an dash tough creature. It is an old tough creature, incredible tough, ultimate, or extremely. It is an extremely tough creature. Simple. If you read it, you will get the answers. Cockroaches are incredibly strong. They can dash anywhere. For 44. They can survive anywhere and on anything. They can move anywhere, they can slide anywhere, they can survive anywhere, because next we are talking about food. That is the reason I told you that before you begin doing a close test, read it. A cockroach can eat anything. For question number 45, it eats our food. Not locates, smells, or chews. It eats our food, but it can also eat. For question number 46, for blank number 46, it can eat dash things: unimaginable, familiar, sensible, appetizing. It can eat unimaginable things like candle wax, soap, and paper. So the next time you kill a cockroach, feel dash. For 47, feel happy. Question number 47, feel happy. Don't feel guilty, feel happy, because you are killing an extremely tough creature. Yes. This was, I would say, slightly on the simpler side. This was on the simpler side, and you should be able to score 8 to 9 in this close test. Here, this one, question number 48 to 52, the last close test that we are going to do, probably last one to be done. It's very simple. You cannot get easier than this. Very simple. So there was one which was slightly on the difficult side, one which was on the easier side, and one which is extremely simple. That is the reason I told you that Pinnacle has picked up variety questions for you. There dash in the city of Ujjain a poor tailor dash Ramphal. As he was very poor, he dashed to live and work in one little room with his wife and dash 3 small children. The children fought dash each other and made so much noise. So many words in the sentence like fought, was, give us a clear indication that's it's in the past tense. In the first one, there dash in the city of Ujjain a poor tailor. There lived, stayed, inhabited, or existed. Now, stayed is used when we are going to stop in a place for a short time. I stayed in Delhi for 2 days. I won't say I lived in Delhi. Lived is when somebody is going to live continuously in a place. Inhabited, no. Existed, no. So lived. There lived in the city of Ujjain a poor tailor. Famous Ramphal, no. Named Ramphal. This is the name of the tailor. Option B. As he was very poor, he dashed to live. He dashed to live because it is all in the past tense. He had to. He had to live and work in one little room with his wife and dash 3 small children. And few 3 small children? No. Question for 51. A few there, because these are the children, these children, they are his and his wife's children. So we have to say and their 3 small children. The children fought. Now here again we have a phrasal verb. Fought to, fought upon, fought for, fought with. You will fight for something. Fight for the prize. but you will fight with the person. The children fought with each other and made so much noise. So my answer is D. So there we had 3 closed tests and I have done all of them for you here. Now let us see what do we have next. In question number 53 to 82, you have brief passages with 5 to 10 questions following each passage. So finally, now we are moving on to comprehensions. Okay. Read the passages carefully and choose the best answer to each question out of the 4 alternatives and mark them by blackening the appropriate oval in the answer sheet. Let's do these. Now, first one, very simple and very short as well. For any activity, discipline is the key word. It should begin with self, then be extended to the family, neighbors, environment, workplace, society, and the nation at large. It is from society that inspiration is drawn. Systems and institutions should provide the inspiration to society through performance, which in turn will provide leaders capable of rebuilding and restructuring society into a strong nation. The nationalist spirit then becomes infectious. First one, what is the key word for activity according to the passage? Now, the very first line, for any activity, discipline is the keyword. What are they asking us? They are asking us what is the keyword? So the keyword is discipline. For question number 53, the answer is D. 53 is D. 54, according to the passage, discipline should begin. It should begin with the self. It says very clearly with the self, then be extended to the family, neighbors, environment, workplace, society, and the nation at large. So question number 54 is discipline should begin. Here it says with the family. A lot of students might get confused and mark with the family, self, neighbors, and environment. With the self family, here it says very clearly with the self, then be extended. Right? So for question number 54, the answer is A. Very minute difference in the answers. According to the passage, where do we draw inspiration from? Question number 55, where do we draw inspiration from? It says very clearly it is from society that inspiration is drawn. Here in this line you can see it is from society that inspiration is drawn. So what is my answer? My answer is society. Question number 56. According to the passage, a good leader should be capable of. Question number 56. A good leader should be capable of. Where do we have the answer? Systems and just a minute. It is from society that inspiration is drawn. System and institution should provide the inspiration to society through performance, which in turn will provide leaders. So question number 56, my answer is B. Rebuilding and structuring society into a strong nation will provide good leaders. Here it is, systems and institutions should provide inspiration to society through performance, and this will provide capable good leaders who are capable of rebuilding and restructuring society. So for question number 56, answer is B. 57, what is the meaning of the word infectious in the passage? 57, a little bit of vocabulary is needed. Infectious means spreading to everybody. The answer is not in the passage. So you will need a little grasp over vocabulary. Don't we say it's an infectious disease? So when I say it's an infectious disease, it means it will spread. So a little bit of vocab is also needed. 57. Question number 58 to 62. Let us do this one. A 63-year-old British woman was yesterday, let us see, was yesterday sentenced to 6 months in jail for leaving her 2-year-old daughter home alone 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for a year while she went to work. The young mother from the central town in Warwick initially hired a babysitter. When she landed a job in travel agency but eventually reached the point when she could no longer afford the facility, prosecutors said. The woman then started leaving the child home by herself, providing it with food and toys and removing all potentially dangerous objects from its reach. At first, the mother came home at lunchtime but had to stop because her daughter threw tantrums every time she left to go to work. The mother, who was not identified, told the court, "If I had money, I would not have done it. It was a case of that or not keeping my job and living on benefit." The judge, Mr. Harrison Hall, however, said, Having had a child, the absolute priority is to look after it. There must be an alternative to leaving a child alone all day, a thing you would not do even to a dog. Now, for this one, first question, the young mother had to work in the office. It says very clearly here, see, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. So 5 into 8 is how many? 5 into 8 is 40. So question number 58, answer is A. Answer is A, and from here you can trace the answer. The word facility in the sentence refers to, here we have facility, she could no longer afford the facility, that she hired a babysitter and then she couldn't afford it. So what is the word facility here referring to for 59? Facility here refers to, here, question number 59, what is going to be my answer? Let me read the 4 options first. For question number 59, her job in travel agency is not the facility. Living in a well-furnished apartment is not the facility. Getting adequate salary, no. Employing some, this is the facility. Answer is D. The mother stopped coming home for lunch because her house was far away from home. She was not able to control her angry baby. She had to work extra to earn more. She was not interested in looking after the baby. Question number 60 here, she was not able to control her angry baby. It says very clearly, at first she came home, here is the answer, for at lunch, but had to stop because her daughter threw tantrums every time she left, threw tantrums. Question number 60, 61, the sentence, if I had money, I would not have done it, means, what does this mean? Question number 61. If I had money and so I did not leave the baby alone, no, she did not have money, so this is incorrect. I had money so I left the baby alone, no. I had no money so I left the baby alone, yes, she left the baby alone because she had no money. So question number 67 is probably C. Let me read D also. I had no money so I did not leave the baby alone, this is also incorrect. So my answer is C. 62. Which of the following statements about Judge Mr. Harrison Hall is correct? He can tolerate cruelty to children but not to animals. No, nowhere has this been mentioned. He can tolerate cruelty to animals but not to children. No, this is also incorrect. He can tolerate cruelty both to children and animals. This is also not correct. But let me just read, where is it mentioned about Mr. Hall here? The judge, Mr. Harrison Hall, however, said, having had a child, absolute priority is to look after it. There must be an alternative to leaving a child alone all day, a thing you would not do even to a dog. So for question number 62, last options, he can tolerate cruelty neither to children nor to animals. This is correct. Okay, this is our answer. Question number 63 onwards, 63 to 65 here. Our third passage. Annually, there are 1 million cases of snake bite in India, and of these, close to 50,000 succumb to the bites. When you look around the countryside where most bites occur and notice people's habits and lifestyles, these figures aren't surprising. People walk barefoot without a torch at night, even when they are most likely to step on a foraging venomous snake. We encourage rodents by disposing waste food out in the open or by storing food grains in the house. Attracted by the smell of rats, snakes enter houses. When one crawls over someone asleep on the floor and the person twitches or rolls over, it may bite in defense. Once bitten, we don't rush to the hospital. Instead, we seek out the nearest common, tie pockets, eat while tasting herbal chutneys, apply poultices, spurious stones, cut, slice, suck the bitten spot, and other ghastly time-consuming deadly remedies. As Rome Catili remarks, if the snake hasn't injected enough venom, even popping an aspirin can save your life. That's the key. Snakes inject venom voluntarily and we have no way of knowing it has injected venom. And if it is a lethal one, the only first aid is to mobilize the bitten limb like you would a fracture and get to the hospital for anti-venom serum without wasting time. Question number 63. Now let us take a look. Of the people who are bitten by snakes in India, what is the fatality rate? We have to find the fatality rate. Here it says annually there are 1 million cases of snake bite in India, and out of these 50,000 succumb in the very first line. So 50,000 has to be divided by 1 million, this is 1 million, this is 1 million into 100. Okay, now let us into 100, these two zeros get eliminated. 1 2 3 4, so 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 5%. This is my answer, 5% for 60. Question number 63. Answer is A. Then B. According to the author, people live in which parts are more prone to snake bites? And let us read the second line. When you look around the countryside where most bites occur. So where is it? It's in the countryside. Is it in crowded cities? Is it in the open? Is it in the villages? Is it in the forest? For question number 64. Countryside is the villages. So this is our answer. 64 C. Then question number 65. Storing food grains in the house is one of the cause for snake because food grains attract rats, which in turn attract snakes. Option A, absolutely right. Here it says, 1 minute here, we encourage rodents by disposing waste food out in the open or storing food grains in the house, and attracted by the smell of rats, snakes enter the houses. Absolutely right. 65 part A. 65 part A. See, we have some more questions related to the same passage, and that is the reason that I have put the passage here, so that I can show you where are the answers and the questions continue under the passage. Question 66. It may bite in defense. The observation implies that. For question number 66, snake may bite a human being in order to defend its prey. Absolutely right. 67. What, according to the author, is the reason for high mortality rate due to snake bites in India? Here we have question number 67. In question number 67, if you see, question number 67, shortage of medical facilities, this is not there. Lack of scientific knowledge about snake bites, yes, because it says very clearly, once bitten, we don't rush to the hospital. Instead, what do? We tie this, we eat stupid chutneys, we apply spurious stones, we cut, slice, slug, all that. So error is in, sorry, not error. Question number 67, answer is B. 68. In the instance of a snake bite, what should one do immediately? Tie top nets, eat herbal chutneys, immobilize the bitten part and get anti-venom serum, or cut, slice, suck the bitten part. You don't have to do all this. It says very clearly here. Instead, we do all this, but we are not supposed to do that. So C is the answer. The only first aid is to mobilize the bitten limb. It says very clearly in the last line. So 68 answer is C. Pick out the word from the passage which means to go in search of food. Again, a little bit of vocabulary. It is foraging. F-O-R-A-G-I-N-G. 69A. Continuing with same passage, question number 70 and 71. If the snake hasn't injected enough venom, even popping an aspirin can save your life. The sentence can be rewritten without changing the meaning as, when a snake has not injected enough venom, life can be saved even by swallowing an aspirin. Yes, this could be the one. For question number 70, life can be saved even by swallowing an aspirin, even though the snake hasn't injected enough venom. No, not this one. Even popping an aspirin can save your life in spite of a snake not having injected. With in spite of, not is not used. So this gets eliminated. As long as you are popping an aspirin to save your life, the snake, no. Here this is also incorrect. So answer is A. Pick out a word from the passage that means have the power to cause death. It is lethal. It is lethal. L-E-T-H-A-L. Answer is C. Question number 71, C. The next passage, passage 4. Read not to contradict and confuse, or to believe and take for granted, nor to find, talk or discourse, but to weigh and consider. Some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested. That is, some books are to be read only in parts, others to be read but not curiously, and some few to be read wholly and with diligence and attention. Some books may also be read by deputy and extracts made of them by others, but that would be only in the less important arguments and the meaner sort of books. Else distilled books are like common distilled waters, flashy things. Reading make a full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. So this is our passage number 4. Let's begin from question number 72. What should be the purpose of the book? What should be the purpose? It says very clearly, read not to contradict or confuse or to believe or take for granted or to find, talk and discourse, but to weigh and consider. The very first line. What should be the purpose of reading a book? To weigh and consider. B. 72 is B. 73. Why are some books to be tasted? Question number 73. That means some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and a few to be chewed. Some books are, why are some books to be tasted? To be read, it means to be read with great attention. Question number 73, oh I'm sorry, tasted means it is only to be, like how do you taste? You just eat it in parts. So it is to be in parts. I'm sorry, it is C. 73 C. 74. How is man's character influenced by his art of writing? How is man's character influenced by his art of writing? Question number 74. For question number 74, it says in the last line, let's see, reading make the full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. So it makes him an exact man. 74. 75. What kind of book is to be read by the deputy? Question number 75. What kind of book is to be read by a deputy? That means you are not reading and making somebody else to read it. Some books may also be read by the deputy and extracts made of them by others, but that would be only less important arguments and meaner sort of books. Very clearly it is mentioned here. So my answer is meaner sort of books for 75. Question number 76. What is meant by chewed and digested? Question number 76. They should be thoroughly read and understood. Chewed and digested means thoroughly read and understood. 76. Next passage number 5. From the world of magic, hypnosis is moving into the world of medicine. From hocus pocus performed by men in black capes to hypnotherapy practiced by doctors in white coats. The purpose is to help stop smoking, lose weight, overcome phobias, and control pain in a variety of medical situations. From childbirth to cancer, research laboratories are currently checking out the success rate of therapy under hypnosis, while medical journals stand by to publish the results. And the important thing is nobody is laughing. In the 1940s, a British doctor in Calcutta created a controversy by performing over 1,000 operations with hypnosis as the only anesthesia. During the World Wars, German and British doctors used hypnosis to create war neurosis. This is our passage. Let's begin from 77. Hypnosis means auto-suggestion, anesthesia, no, hocus pocus, no, suggestion made in trance. Question number 77, so answer is B. Question number 77. Nobody is laughing at hypnosis therapy because they are, for 78, because they are taking it seriously. Earlier people were not taking it seriously, but now they are, because hypnotherapy is practiced by doctors in white coats also, so now it is taken seriously. 79. The purpose of hypnotherapy is 79 to make life easier. See, you have so much here. The purpose is to help people to stop smoking, lose weight, overcome phobias, control pain. So many things are mentioned here. So its purpose is to make life easier. Carry out the success rate? No. Carry out research? No. Cure patients? Not necessary. A person who wants to lose weight is not a patient. So this also will get eliminated to make life easier. 79 is B. 80. German and British doctors used hypothesis as, question number 80, they used hypothesis as it was a substitute for anesthesia. Here we have, during the World Wars, German and British doctors used hypnosis to treat. So, it was a substitute for anesthesia. Then 81, treating war neurosis means, question number 81, treating war neurosis means curing war anxiety. This one, curing war anxiety. Question number 81. So we did all the comprehensions. Some were very simple, some were difficult. Now let's move on to the next part, which is, let's see what is it related to. In question number 82 to 102, some parts of the sentences have errors and some are correct. Find out which part of the sentence has an error and blacken the oval corresponding to the appropriate letter A, B, C. So finally, we have moved on to spot the error in the sentences. We have moved on to spot the error in the sentences. We have 20 questions to be done here on spot the error. So now let us take a look. Please make sure that you note this very, very well. First one, he was annoyed with everyone as they laughed with him dress. Question number 82. He was annoyed with everyone as they laughed with him dress. Question number 82. Question number 82. He was annoyed with everyone. We are going to be annoyed at a person. He was annoyed at everyone as they laughed. Okay. Here there is a typing error. Let me just make it correct for you. He was annoyed with everyone as they laughed at his dress. Okay. There's a typing error in part C. So my error is in part A. Annoyed with is incorrect. Annoyed at. When we are angry at a person, you will use annoyed at. So that is the error. Next we have question number 83. Now let us take a look at question number 83. Where is the error? Question number 83. Let me read the sentence for you. Dense fog at the highway was the cause of the collision between the truck and the school bus. This is my question. Dense fog on the highway was the cause of the collision between the truck and the school bus. Question number 83. B. The error is in part B. Collusion. What is collusion? Collusion is a group of people who are getting together to do something wrong, something illegal. If people are planning to kidnap a child, they'll form a collusion. It's a group. And collision, C-O-L-L-I-S-I-O-N, collision. This means to collide with something, to hit against something. So collusion is incorrect. You have to use collision. So an incorrect word has been used. Error is going to be in part B. After that, question number 84. Let's read question number 84. Most of the members of the council felt that the group appointed for designing the exam pattern and syllabus were not competent to do the job. And finally, in part D, we have no error. Can you guess where is the error? Can you make a try? Yes. Most of the members of the council. What is my subject? In question number 84. Most of the members of the council felt that the group, here group appointed. What is group? Group is singular. Appointed for designing the exam pattern and syllabus were not competent. We are talking about a group. Group is a collective noun and were has been used, which is incorrect. With group, what do I have to use? With group, I have to use was. So my error is in part C. He asked me many times, question number 85. He asked me many times if I would lend him some money as his business was not doing well. Many times, many is always followed by a plural noun. Many times is incorrect, so many times. Times, error is in part A. Question number 86. The boy entered into the school premises by jumping over the high wall near the basketball courts. Question number 86. Here the boy entered. Question number 86. The boy entered into. If you are already using enter, you needn't use into. Drop into. Superfluous error. Unnecessary word has been used. So drop into. With entered, we don't have to use into. Though corporal punishment has been banned, it still prevails in most schools. What is the tense here? In question number 87, instead of ban, we have to use banned. Though corporal punishment has been banned. The tense is not correct. We have to use third form of the verb. So bad. 87, error is in part B. Question number 88. Many a man have come to India from Bangladesh to live here permanently. Please remember, very important trick. After many a, we will have a singular noun. So many a man is correct. And you will have a singular verb also. So many a man have is incorrect. Many a man has. Error is in part B. Many a man has. Next, question number 89. Our football team comprises of 11 skilled players. With comprises, we do not use the preposition of. Please remember, a lot of students make this careless mistake. The trick is that with comprises, you do not have to use of, drop off. Error is in part B. Question number 90. Knowledge and wisdom make an individual truly complete and self-assured. Question number 90. Now, knowledge and wisdom go in pairs, and if two words which go in pairs have been connected by and, we have to use a singular verb. We have used the singular verb here, makes. Okay, so singular verb will be used, and we have used the singular verb, so no error. There is no error. The sentence is absolutely fine. No error for question number 90. Question number 91. One of the boys who always give the right answer is Samuel. Question number 91. In this sentence, one of the boys who always give the right answer is Samuel. Question number 91. That is my question. In question number 91 also there is no error. No error. Question number 90, no error. Question number 91, no error. 92. It is high time we renovate our old house. Please remember, very important trick. For all those sentences beginning with it is time or it is high time, we have to use the simple past tense in the latter part of the sentence. Here we have said we renovate, so this is incorrect. Instead of we renovate, we have to use we renovated. 92, error is in part B. 93. Headmaster has instructed the teachers to follow the rules of the school. Very simple sentence. Question number 93. Instead of headmaster, we have to use the headmaster. Article has to be used before headmaster. So error is in part A. 93, error is in part A. Question number 94. The first inning of the match was very sensational. Error is related to nouns. There is no word as inning. The first innings of the match. I have to use innings. The first innings of the match. For question number 94. Innings is the correct word and not inning. So error is in part A. Okay. Question number 95. How long does it take to travel from Chennai to Trichy by train? Question number 95. The given sentence is an interrogative sentence. In interrogative sentence, the interrogative word is followed by the helping verb. So I have to say, how long does it take? How long does it take to travel from Chennai to Trichy? Error is in part A. Sentence pattern. The error is of sentence pattern. Okay, that is the error. Now question number 96. Let's move on to question number 96. One should respect the religion. One should respect the religion of others as much as his own. Where is the error? As much as his own. What have we used in the beginning of the sentence? In the beginning of the sentence we have used one, and one here is referring to a person. One is not referring to the number one. Wherever we use the pronoun one in the beginning of the sentence, in all such sentences we do not have to use his in such sentences. Either we have to use one, once, or oneself. So replace this. One should respect the religions of others as much as his own, as much as one In question number 96, replace it as much as one's own. This is the way you have to do it. Question number 96. So that was the error. 97. On a holiday, I prefer reading books than visiting my friends. Question number 97. With prefer than is not used. With prefer than is not used. On a holiday, I prefer reading books to visiting my friends. With prefer, we use to. With prefer, we use to. Question number 98. I was lying down. Here we have to, this is a typing error. I was lying down when the doorbell rang. Question number 98. Lying down is incorrect because lay is used for laying eggs. Lay is used for laying eggs. This is incorrect. Okay, hence lay eggs. Use lying, this is I was laying down. So lay is used for laying eggs, hence lay eggs. This lay is incorrect. So I have to use I was lying down, Lying. That is the correct word. That is the correct word. So error is in part B. Sometimes very simple sentences are given and in the first look you will feel, oh, it's very tricky. They're small sentences but tricky sentences. That is what happened here. Lay is used for hens. They lay eggs. But when you're going to lie down in a flat position, the word is going to be Lying. Next one is question number 99. I told the teacher that the homework set for the day was much too for us to complete. Question number 99 has error in part C, was too much. Much too is incorrect, was too much. Question 100. Someone they don't know who knocked at their door in midnight. Someone they don't know who knocked at their door in midnight. Question number 100. Someone they don't know knocked at their door. Here see, first and foremost I will tell you two errors here. First and foremost, replace this in by at, because with midnight we only use two prepositions. One is at midnight and one is by midnight. Okay, these two will be used. This is a typing error, so please correct this. Someone they don't know, knocked, we do not have to use a relative pronoun who here. Knocked at their door at midnight. Error is actually in part B. Question number 101 and 102. Hardly I had stepped out of the house when I got a call. Question number 101. Use had after hardly. Whenever we use hardly whenever you see hardly in the beginning of the sentence, the first thing you have to check is what is the pair with hardly. With hardly we have used when. This is correct. With hardly the pairing is always of when. But with immediately after hardly we have to use a helping verb. So hardly had I stepped, not I had stepped. So error is in part A. Question 102. Mohan jumped at the opportunity that came his way. We are referring to the past tense in question number 102. So instead of Mohan jump, we have to use the word jumped. He's already done it. So error is in part A. Error is going to be in part A in question number 102.